Everyone, you're watching Raw Reveal Network, your trusted source for all WWE matches, rumors, and updates. Hit that bell and let's dive in. What a night it was on AEW Dynamite. Just when fans thought they had seen it all, the main event between AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page and Powerhouse Hobbs delivered a finale that fans will be talking about for a long time. The chaos, the emotion, and the sheer intensity had the entire arena on its feet. From broken tables to flashing lights, this was a main event that defined what must-see television truly means. So, let's dive right into everything that went down at AEW Dynamite. Blood and guts. A main event built on tension and pride. The anticipation for this match had been building for weeks. Hangman Adam Page, the fighting AEW World Champion, had been proving time and again that he's willing to take on any challenger, anywhere, anytime. Powerhouse Hobbs, representing the Ops, came into this bout determined to make a statement of his own. It wasn't just about a title. It was about pride, dominance, and redemption. When both men finally stood face to face in the ring, the tension was thick enough to cut with a knife. The bell rings and chaos unfolds. From the moment the opening bell sounded, both men came out swinging. There was no slow buildup, no feeling-out process, just raw aggression. Hangman and Hobbs traded powerful strikes that echoed through the arena. Chairs, tables, and kendo sticks became part of the story as the two warriors fought with everything they had. The falls count. Anywhere stipulation meant that every corner of the arena was fair game, and neither man hesitated to use it, a battle that spilled beyond the ring. The fight didn't stay in the ring for long. Within minutes, the action had spilled out to ringside, where Hobbs sent Page crashing through the barricade. Fans scattered as the two competitors tumbled into the crowd, bringing the chaos right into the audience's laps. It was a wild sight. Security struggled to keep fans safe while cameras followed the mayhem. Hobbs looked unstoppable, feeding off the energy of the crowd as he lifted Page and slammed him against the concrete steps. Hangman's resilience shines through. But if there's one thing that defines Hangman Adam Page, it's his resilience. Even after taking an incredible amount of punishment, he refused to stay down. Bloodied but determined, Page fought back with a flurry of punches and a roaring clothesline that turned the momentum in his favor. The crowd rallied behind him, chanting his name as he drew strength from their energy. You could see it in his eyes. He wasn't going to let this one slip away. Tables, chairs, and pure determination. By the halfway mark of the match, the arena looked like a war zone. Splintered tables and dented chairs littered the ringside area. Both men had taken a beating, but neither seemed willing to quit. Hobbs, using his incredible power, hoisted Page up for a massive slam through a table. But Page countered mid-move, landing behind Hobbs and hitting a perfectly timed superkick that sent the big man staggering. The crowd erupted as Page set up another table near the stage, clearly with a plan in mind. The fight moves backstage. As the match continued, both men brawled their way up the entrance ramp and into the backstage area. The cameras followed as they crashed through storage crates, slammed into metal doors, and narrowly avoided production equipment. It felt less like a wrestling match and more like a full-blown action movie. Every punch, every impact echoed through the hallways. Technicians scrambled to move cables out of the way while referees tried to keep up. This was exactly what Falls Count Anywhere was meant to be. Hobbs takes control again. Hobbs regained control when he caught Page mid-stride and drove him into a stack of crates with a crushing spinebuster. The thud was so loud it drew a collective gasp from everyone watching. Hobbs then dragged Page toward the production area, clearly intent on finishing the job. He shouted that this was his time, his moment, and that the world would remember what he did tonight. The camera zoomed in on his face, focused, furious, and unrelenting. A desperate counter by Hangman. Just when it looked like Hobbs was about to powerbomb Page through a platform, the champion found a burst of energy. He twisted out of Hobbs' grip and countered with a devastating knee strike that sent the big man reeling. Hangman, showing his ring awareness, quickly used nearby equipment to steady himself. He then connected with a sharp forearm and a quick suplex that sent Hobbs crashing onto a pile of padding. The crowd watching on the big screen inside the arena roared in approval. The final moments approach. As both men struggled to their feet, it was clear that the end was near. Hangman and Hobbs exchanged strikes, each blow heavier than the last. The camera captured every drop of sweat, every gasp for air. Hangman looked toward the stage area, then back at Hobbs. He knew he had to do something big, something unforgettable, to finish this fight once and for all. He steadied himself, took a deep breath, and prepared for the moment that would define the night. The electrifying climax Hangman lifted Hobbs and sent him crashing through a reinforced table near the production area. The moment the two hit the surface, sparks flew from nearby wiring, creating a bright flash that lit up the arena. The crowd screamed in disbelief as lights flickered across the stage. While the special effects made it look chaotic, officials quickly confirmed that both wrestlers were safe. Hangman immediately covered Hobbs for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And the bell rang. The champion had retained his title. The legacy of Blood and Guts. Blood and Guts has always been known for chaos and spectacle, but this year's main event took things to another level. It wasn't just about shocking visuals. It was about emotion, grit, and legacy. Hangman's victory added another defining chapter to his title reign, one that will be remembered for years to come. As for Hobbs, his resilience and power earned him a new wave of respect from fans who can't wait to see what he does next. Closing thoughts. A night to remember AEW Dynamite. Blood and Guts delivered one of the most jaw-dropping endings in wrestling this year. From the heart-pounding action to the cinematic finale, this match had everything fans could ask for. It reminded everyone why they fell in love with wrestling in the first place. The storytelling, the emotion, and the unpredictability that keeps us glued to our screens. Whether you were cheering for Hangman or rooting for Hobbs, there's no denying that this was a night that will go down in AEW history.